Something else the experts tell us to worry about as it will come to pass, this time by 2050. So, set your watches.
Yeah. Okay.
They're now saying that 90% of people will be affected by the big C, cancer,
Mm.
either directly or because a close relative managed to get the illness. So
Mm.
somebody will be affected by it, even though they don't have it, they'll be affected by it
Yeah.
because somebody there will have it. And
Yeah.
the World Health Organization is saying that new cases will double in this time frame. So between now and 2050,
Yeah.
the cases will double. Now, this is the same organization, of course, that said that ivermectin was useless for the treatment of COVID. So
Mm.
you've got to take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
But then, when it's being headed by an unqualified doctor from Somalia, what can we expect? But back to the plot. Released yesterday, the report said that in the top 10 of illnesses that claims lives, cancer comes in at number 2,
Mm.
behind cardiovascular problems. And the Grim Reaper, he picks up 26,000 lives with cancer every day, claiming that annually 10 million deaths occur and 20.6 million cases are diagnosed.
Right.
If nothing is done, which generally is political speak for give me some more money, then these numbers will rise to 35 million by 2050.
Right.
They claim that 1 in 5 people will get cancer during their lifetime, with lung cancer being the most aggressive form.
Mm.
Some 23 countries don't have radiotherapy units, and the poorer people from poorer countries will end up with no treatment at all because there's nothing there for them.
Yeah.
So what is being suggested is by the World Health Organization and this report is that people from these poorer nations could be transported to a wealthier nation for treatment
Yeah.
as some universal health care, if you like.
Yes.
But then I think to myself, would that be an incentive for the more poorer countries to invest, for them not to invest in the treatment because they know they can place the burden on a
Yeah.
richer developed country.
Right. Okay.
The thing with globalization, wanting a universal healthcare, who's going to foot the bill? Of
Mm.
course.
Well, I mean, yes, in an ideal world and everything. Okay. Well, okay. I think it's safe to say that most of us have probably known at least 2 people, if not more, that have been affected by cancer. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad for
Um,
one.
yeah. My grandmother, somebody else I know. Yeah. Other people I've known. It's something that strikes at any age. Um, I mean, there's been a lot put into research about it. I mean, even where we live, there's in Recife, there's a big cancer research, actual dedicated building, and I believe it's quite a world lead or good established place in the world for it. Um, yes, the funny thing is, they want to know what triggers it, the different types. Um, Slowly but surely, they're isolating different types of cancer, and yep, they're still trying to find out what triggers it. Invariably, I think it's still old people that die from cancer, elderly people, which is
Yeah.
and I mean, my grandmother did, but it was triggered by smoking. She smoked since she was 20. She died at 94. Yeah. Um, Before that, she was quite, weeks beforehand, she was going about like a teenager almost. So, um, yeah, it's funny. Um, it's sometimes I believe the Wealth Organization, and yeah, I'm not decrying anyone that knows anyone that suffers through it. Like I said, I know how awful it is, having seen people I know, and even younger people die of it, how awful it is. But people get ill sometimes. And It's what triggers it. Is it environment? Is it something just in us? Is it genetic? They think even a shock can trigger something in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with these people from the poorer countries? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
What the World Health Organization is suggesting,
Mm,
that if you don't give them more money,
mm,
then things are going to get worse. So I asked myself, are cancer research units,
mm,
if they all of a sudden got a boost of 100% of their income,
mm.
would that make them any better off in terms of research? And
Well,
what you'd have to think then in that case, are they dragging their feet because they're only getting half as much as they could be getting?
yeah. I mean,
They've
yes.
got
I
to be
mean,
working within a scope of something,
yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, yeah. Throwing money at something doesn't necessarily solve the
That's
problem.
right. That's right.
Auditing and finding out what you're actually throwing money at, and if it's going to be used for the purposes it's meant to be used for, and not for somebody to have another free assistance.
Bam, bam.
Yeah. um,
In
then may
government.
yeah, yeah. Excuse my cynicism, but yeah. Um, yeah,
Um,
not non-medical staff, as it were. Yeah,
yeah.
you know. I mean, a doctor doesn't need free secretaries. Um, that I mean, okay, technology is moving forward. They could end up with mobile units that could be put into poorer areas, regions. Yeah, for example, around Africa or even remote areas in South America. You could have these places rolled into town. Technology might allow this, and people be able to be treated. I mean, yeah, we're talking radiotherapy. It's quite gone then. There are other forms
Well, the
of
radiotherapy or the chemotherapy,
chemotherapy. Yeah, yeah,
they're,
yeah,
they're, they're basically the main two.
yeah.
But then,
Um,
of course, you've got palliative surgery where they cut out the
uh,
tumor that's found and
yeah.
hopefully it's away.
Well, that's it. You could end up with mobile things, or even somehow using the technology we're using now, that somebody could oversee somebody else doing it. I mean, yeah, not just a guy who's got a Swiss Army knife and some African player. Um, but yeah, there could be scope. We're probably going to have technology that can help. I mean, I was reading today about an Israeli invention, because obviously, I'm at the age it affects me now. Um, yeah, of yeah, um, your stomach and reproductive organs and everything else suffering from cancer there. That they can put something on the skin to actually find it. And there's lots of innovations coming from Israel, even apparently, and possibly China for all I know. But so I think as human beings, we're very good at inventing solutions to problems. Um, and if the problem is remoteness of people who need this care, or need research, or need care, maybe that's where it should be targeted. Um, I mean, I'm going to be quite controversial here when we're talking about funding of things. People criticize the American way of funding the medical services in the US, but it comes through with a lot of advances in medical science as well. Um, if there's a way of incentivizing them, and everyone criticizes them, and okay, we've got an NHS in the UK that's not fit for purpose at the moment, so maybe yeah, um, you'd have to ask somebody on the ground in America if they're happy with their service or not. Apparently, a lot of football fans have been in the US and been quite happy with it, but again, they're not doing long-term care like this we're talking about. Um, it is Funding is always going to be a problem, as you quite rightly say. Um, we've also got the WHO, World Health Organization, which a lot of us are very suspicious of now. When
I,
it's
I think the US has withdrawn from it just to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, yes, they've gone. Yes, they have. Um, do you need a central body doing all this, or could it be done by individual areas? Um, I'm going to be quite honest here. If you can sort out Africa have a body themselves, if we're talking about Africa, that's quite capable of organising what's required internally to them. We all know what happens with Africa, and there's even Africans who say this: if you start chucking money into them, it will disappear into other things. Yeah, but and even having an overseeing body, it just seems to be the same. Maybe I'm going to say it. Maybe if you've got US medical personnel on the ground, I mean the US has the resources to do this probably, and allow them to do it. I'm sure the US and other countries would be more than happy to do it.
Yeah, I mean the US they send some well not necessarily the government, but
Yeah,
I know that a lot of charities in the US do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
They have a blitz, they take the doctors and they have a blitz and go to Africa
Well,
and sort of a blitz on eyesight or do a blitz on various other illnesses,
yeah,
it could in relation to cancer, of course, are quite easy to resolve.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Of course, yeah, yeah.
however, it's not. I imagine what you're thinking about are on those sort of lines.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some people use it as part of their training and things like this. Yeah, get the points, get the experience for their career, which okay, somebody gets something out of it. Um, and even training people in these countries. I mean, at the moment, we've got a nasty habit in the Western world of taking doctors from Africa, from India, from poorer countries, and using them in our own thing. There isn't a shortage. There isn't a sudden shortage of poor people, of sick people in these countries that we're taking the doctors from. The reverse should be happening. The experienced and medical facilities should be sent to these countries. Um, and very often, yeah, these countries do have doctors. It's just they need the equipment. Yeah, which I can't imagine is that difficult to resolve overall. Um, okay, I mean, the trouble is they're putting equipment everywhere. You just don't send a unit somewhere. You need to be able to maintain it. You need the backup. It's somebody to repair. Okay,
Yeah,
repair.
the US did this during COVID. They were sending these iron lungs everywhere, weren't they?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they they were manufacturing iron lungs. I think they're iron lungs.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
the big picture of it. Yeah,
but whatever they were manufacturing them, making
yeah,
load them, and distributing them around the world as well.
yeah. I mean, there's a capability. I mean, okay, who pays for it? But um, yes, that is the big trouble we got with these big organisations. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, and then we get very little to show for it. I mean, the advances we've made in the 21st century with medical science is quite incredible. I mean, I was being in and out of a hospital quite recently, even here. Some of the equipment I've seen in a state hospital has been quite something. But again, yes, I mean, it's going to take some willpower. I don't think the WHO could organize anything. I'm sorry, but I've not seen any evidence of it. They probably do some good. There's probably some good people who do some good things in spite of it, not for it.